after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We go! 70, Indy! They go!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Hunter Henry brings it in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. This is taken at about the 14. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Down! 18 Gator!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
80 weapon. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hey, 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 hey. Motion, motion, motion.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Protein spill.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Desmond King back deep. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh. 54. Here we go, dude. Here I come. Hey, Wahoo. Check back 54.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And this is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Rock it. Hey, high 7. Dude.
Throwing again. Costello under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
At first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On the ball. Step.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Hey, 22 jet bomber.
It's 3rd and 7.
Go. Hey, Echo. 49 to Mike. Let go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He can run, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And some room to work. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Look, squeeze.
Here's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 4. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Throwing to start the drive. Costello under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the screen. Go, go. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Looking to throw. Costello finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
Complete to Mike Williams. A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Costello, and caught by Henry. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, 46
Back to throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
On first down, Costello. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Let's go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Gordon. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Just like that. Undercut. Get it.
They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
A gain of 12. First down, Desperados.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Check, 56. Watch the run.
Throwing on first down. Costello, complete. It's Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd and 1. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, Haywood.
On 1st and 10, Costello. He completes it to Henry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, stand up. Shoot.
Now Gordon on first down.
I got you, boy.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams as the first half is winding down. And his guys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Looking to throw. Costello. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's first and 10. Back to throw. Costello going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Set, ready? 15 lining. 15 lining. 5.
On third down, Costello. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Leo.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Topper!
2nd and 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Down. 70. Indy. Here we go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll drop to throw. Going for a right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now back to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
64, weak. Check 26, check 26. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got to go.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Costello. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. Mike Williams. 92 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Michael Batchley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to back to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So this crowd will not